Hello, today I'm going to be doing a quick demo on embedding media in HTML and text boxes using JavaScript. So this is just an output example. So first let's look at what our final product actually looks like. So here I have a little site, which is pretty simple. I didn't really use any CSS for this, but just the features are here. So here we have a video link that we can play while we're on the site. We have an image, and then we also have an audio. Ooh, that definitely works. And we also have a text box here, which we can type in something like hello. And if we click show, it'll say you typed hello. So, um, we learned today how we can actually embed media like videos, audio, and images using their respective tags into our files. So this is an example of how I embedded the YouTube video in my file. And you guys can definitely try it on your own and use the different terms for what media you're using. And you can also try it on your own first, the JavaScript text box. So just some basic instructions for how you do this if you want to try it out is you make a container in your HTML file and then you can link it to your JavaScript file, which you should be doing if you're using JavaScript, HTML. And then based on what you want to achieve, you can add those elements like such as a text box, buttons, or just like paragraph text to the page. So if you're done trying this on your own and you want to see how I actually did this. So this is a solution. This is all the code I used, but I'm actually going to go to the actual StackBlitz page. So first let's look at the HTML file. So as you can see, I have my text box at the right below my heading at the top of the page. So I link the container right over here. And then below I have the video and the image and the audio. So basically, you just want to make sure that you credit the source with the link of the file that you want, or the link of like the video or the audio or whatever you want to be visible on your page. And you can also format it using like width and height. And also, it's just like good practice. Like if you're using a video, you should like have a title for it. So like you know what like each element on your page is doing. And then for audio, like only thing that's a little bit different is like you'd want audio controls to be used because you want the people viewing your video to be able to play and pause. And now let's go over to our script.js. So here, like I said, we have the container, it's given the ID container. So here we are accessing that container and we're making it interactive by first we're doing input. So this allows users to type something in. So we have like the type as input. So it'll create like an input tagged element within the container. And then next we have a button. Again, it's using button and it just says show. So when we click that, which is down here on click, it's gonna print out like what you typed in the input value, which is up here, which you entered first. And then right here in the middle, we have let output equal document.create element. And again, we have that as like the P. So that would, like we're just typing like a little message. So it would make sense to have that as like the paragraph tag. And then after we do that, it just has all the elements on the page that we made here. We're just going to append it to our actual HTML site so everything shows up on here. So that is a pretty simple rundown of how you can embed videos, images, audio, and a text box into your web pages. Hope that helped.